Happy Hump Wednesday, everybody. This is the mango cream ale, or mango kolsch, as per recipe anyhow. Yeah, a little bit carbonated there, as you can see. It's been in the keg for about a week. This is my second glass now. I've just been sort of sipping on it. I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of got that sort of pillowy, taste and aroma that you would expect out of kolsch, probably the kolsch yeast. And what's nice about the mangoes that's on it, you get a little bit of the aroma. It's not crazy. And then going for the sip. So cheers. Yeah, the mango is it's just there. It's just sort of laying right on top. It's not too strong. It's definitely right up front, right there for you, but it's very refreshing. So it almost tastes like a, it's like a kolschi kind of, pilsnery kind of a beer. But you have that kind of nice outline of mangoes in there, which turned out real good. I'm really pleased with this one. I think give it probably another few days to a week in the keg and we'll be bang on. Other things we have going on, we have KBBA. It's a Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. It's a clone. I really enjoy this beer. This is probably the third or fourth time I've made it now. And it's basically a beer that used to only be able to get in Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky. You can find it a few other places now. You can't get it here in South Carolina as far as I can find. So I'm just making it myself. And this is actually the first beer that I've messed with here with the water. So pretty pleased so far. I took a couple samples over the last couple of days. Really liking how this thing is kind of coming together. It finished off at 1014, started out at 1060. And yeah, I think it's going to come out. I think it's going to come out just great. It's already got a beautiful middle of the road color, and you could taste a little bit of that sweetness, for finishing at 1014. So I'm getting ready to rack that, which I'll do after this video. But here's the bourbon. This is Knob Creek. It's as I understand it, the same barrels that they use in Lexington, Kentucky to age this in. So I have oak chips in here. The bourbon's been soaking in there for probably a week and a half now since I brewed that. And so we'll put this right into the carboy, and then we'll go ahead and rack it on top of it. Probably leave it sit that way for a couple of weeks before I bottle it, and that bourbon should shine right through. So more to come on that. I'm also going to harvest the yeast out of there. This is the yeast that's in there is the I believe it's the WLP002 English Ale. And I know I'll be using that again, so I want to hang on to a couple jars worth just so I don't have to buy it again. Let's see, so I also decided that after 7 years of brewing that I wanted to change my image. So just for the fun of it, no real other reason. So I went ahead and found this company. It's called Bottle Mark, and they make these caps. You upload your logo and they'll make you caps. They're 15 cents a piece, and all you pay is that plus shipping. You can even order one if you wanted to. So I ordered a couple dozen just to see how they turn out. I ordered them in dark blue and in black. So blue and black. Basically what it is the new image I'm trying to go with, just for the fun of it, is basically merging two things I really enjoy. D&D and homebrew. So this is the D20 image with my W on there. It's got some other kind of artwork in there for some cranes, hops, and things, and it's got the name of the brewery on there when it was established, and I just thought it looked really cool. I put it on the lime pilsner, and it looks really cool. So what I'm going to do is take that idea, and here's my old labels that I've been using for the last 7 years. My dad has pretty much been printing these out for me for free because he's got the labels. He's got thousands of these things, and yeah. So now that I moved down south, he just goes ahead and mails it to me. But basically, the new label, when I get it finished, it's going to have that sort of D20 in the middle, Wrecked Brewery on there, and it's going to keep the same sort of color scheme, but it's going to look just a little bit different. So why not? It's been a while, so just go ahead and mess around with that. The only other thing I have going on is the DKN was brewed on Thursday. Came out real nice. Actually had a blowout, so I had to reset the airlock. But yeah, so, you know, letting that kind of ferment through, I'm going to go ahead here and show you the brew day footage. And while you check out that brew day footage, I'm going to go ahead and rack this KBBA over. So I will see you guys next week. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody, and cheers. Add in the salts and the acid. There's the mash pH. It's probably about 15-20 minutes into the mash. Love the Sparge arm. It's working really well. And there's the pre-boil pH in the boil kettle, 5.45. There's our nice whirlpool. As we're still near boiling, we got coming out of the kettle, through the pump, through the wort chiller, and then back through the whirlpool port. We'll do this for 15 minutes, let it stand for 10, and then we'll chill. Crack this open a little bit. And away we go. Turn the pump. Looks like we're chilling at 66 degrees. Looks like 10:52. There we go. Some DKN. I was aiming for 5.5 or so gallons. Yep, we're getting right up there, so hopefully we don't get a blowout on this. Shall see. But what's interesting is, even though the chiller said 70 coming out, the temperature, of course the camera is not focusing, there it goes, 76. So, a little bit on the warm side. So, I'm going to give this a little bit of time to cool down out here before I pitch the yeast. Look at that. Nice hop cone there in the middle. A lot of hops. And now the cleanup. So, this is hot liquor tank is all just pretty much dried out because it only had water in it. Mash tuns all cleaned out. False bottoms out of there just drying. And right now in the boil kettle I just have some star sand kind of whirling around through all the pipes. Just through all the tubes I used, through the chiller, the pump. You know, this was after putting OxyClean through everything. So yeah. And now it's had a chance to cool down. It's down to 70 degrees, so we'll go ahead and pitch these. I've already sprayed my scissors and the packet just because I'm anal when it comes to sanitation. That's that.